Disclaimer: everything that is discussed, posted is strictly for educational and historical purposes only. It does not promote nor condone illegal activities. Hollingsworth Ch. Pinky. Hollingsworth Ch. Pinky was born July 7, 1989, the result of a second-generation breeding by Mike and Doc Kelly. They had a deep game bitch named Ruby out of Jones Ch. Smoker and Frank Rocca's Red Gal that they bred to Patrick's Little Tater, and they bred a bitch out of that breeding to Laminix Trouble, a son of Ch. Tonka that produced Ch. Tara and Ch. Flint to produce Pinky's litter. Pinky was sold or given to the late E. Hollingsworth as a pup. Ed Farron in turn purchased the pup Pinky from Mr. Hollingsworth along with several other dogs. Pinky's first role came at about 18 months of age. A real rough, hard-biting bitch by the name of Sugar May was used, and Pinky was the down dog from start to finish. 25 Pinky never made any bad moves and made a stumbling scratch. A couple months later, a young Jeep Nigeriano bitch was put on her, and Pinky was used to start this bitch. When the bitch got onto Pinky's nose, Pinky made a lot of bad signs. She even went as far as turning away from the young bitch. At this point, most felt that Pinky was a cur. Our Davis really wanted Pinky and asked Ed repeatedly for her. Ed agreed to let Davis have the dog with the stipulation that if she did indeed turn out to be a game dog, that they would get pups back from her in future litters. About 3 months later, Pinky had been sold again, and at this point it was still thought Pinky was a cur. Looking back, Ed felt that Pinky had never turned on at 18 months, and Pinky was not ruined permanently in her second role and got another chance that most dogs never get. After all, Pinky's littermate Manson had lost his first match in over an hour and won his second dead game. Far too many dogmen feel that at 18 months a dog should be ready to be tested and rolled hard, while it is not feasible to hold a dog beyond 18 months for most large dog yards. There have been many a great dog that did not turn on till later in life, and have gone on to become champions and grand champions. Pinky was sold again to Hilltop Mike, and it was Mike who set Pinky down for her game test on a very hard-biting bitch and tried to stop her. With all he had heard about her in her second role, he was very concerned she was a cur. She went 45 min with this bitch and never made a bad sign. Mike then decided to match her at 42 pounds. Pinky came in at 41 and won in 38 after an all-out war, with both dogs dishing out lots of punishment. Pinky had one best in show over for matches that same day. Some of the dogs of mention were the Untouchables Ch. Butkus, McDaniel's Feisty, and Gaston's P. One report in the American Warrior wrote Hilltop Mike's Pinky vs. New Jack's Leather females at 42. Pinky plows a field through Leather and Leather takes the count at 38 minutes. Another match reported was against the Untouchables Vixen vs. Hilltop Mike's Pinky females at 41. Pinky a 1x winner. Pinky does the barnstorming and Vixen takes the count at 06 minutes. I believe Vixen was lost after that show and Pinky was on her way to becoming a champion. Pinky goes on to win another in 17 minutes with a pick kill. She was sold again, this time to TR. He kept Pinky for a while and she was sold again to Killer B. At 5 years of age, Killer B matched Pinky again and she wins in 31 with yet another pick kill. At 6 years of age, she is matched again. This one went 2 hours 36 minutes with no turn or out of holds, and Pinky is picked up game and makes a stumbling scratch. This was by far Pinky's greatest test, and with all odds against her, she finished with a game loss. Ch. Hollingsworth is Pinky for X. We had heard that Killer B was in the market for some younger dogs and asked if we were interested in Pinky. Needless to say, we wanted her at any rate, and we worked out a deal for 1x winning son of Stratton's Mozart Bill out of CBK's Olive Wheeler. Popeye has gone on to make his GRCH and to date has won 7 shows and made over $30,000 in his career. Pinky was in rough shape when we got her, and we did all we could to get her back to health and bred her to Popeye's littermate Beekman Dead Game. From that litter came Whitehead, a good brood bitch we have here, and Jake, a winner himself. The second breeding we made was to Stark's Jasper CBK's, a double-bred son of Patrick's Macho Jr. dog. While these pups are still young, they are showing a lot of promise. One that comes to mind is CBK's Jinx, and 2 others that have been rolled and have shown excellent results. We expect to see dogs matched off that breeding this year. After Pinky's breeding with Jasper, her health began to decline rapidly. While she had a lot of problems with old injuries, her greatest hurdle was yet to come: heart failure. At this point, knowing Pinky could never be bred again, we decided she would be just an old dog we would keep around through her later years and a great conversation piece. Pinky was one of a kind, as I knew her. She was one of those once-in-a-lifetime dogs that every dog man dreams of owning. Her temperament was unsurpassable and of the kind we would like to see in all pit dogs. Her heart was as big as they come, her mouth was as hard as they get, and her ability to get the job done was beyond what most of the so-called fast-lane dogs of today are. At the age of 9, her health had declined to the point she was no longer enjoying life the way she always had, and I felt it was in her best interest for me to make her final scratch, one of the hardest I have ever made. As she slumped in my arms, the tears ran down my face. Although I had never campaigned her or saw her many victories, her life had flashed before my eyes. In the spring of '98 she was laid to rest in Chapel Hill, NC. Her sons and daughters live on at Cedarbrook Kennels to follow their dam's footsteps. C.H. Pinky was centerfold for the American Dog Breeders' Ass, Summer of '98 Volume 22 Issue 4. A poem was written beside her picture that reads, "As we pay tribute to Mother's Day, it's only fitting we do. Select a bitch that lights the way, she's Hollingsworth's C.H. Pinky, tried and true. The path she traveled far, she's much too young," an old man said. "Surprise them all, become a star. The bloom of youth did never fade." A look, a sigh, she twirled around, a flirt, a bark, "Please see me." She even climbed a peach tree. A residential change took place, "Perhaps they'll be much kinder," and put a smile back on my face, like my video rewinder. Soon the luster of the show remained, just a memory. The bloom was gone indeed, although, she felt, was temporary. When born, the date was '89, she's damn near pink, that red-nosed bitch. She's full of spunk, and body fine, she'd be a champ, without a hitch. She settled down, but still was young. Her thoughts were on the future. On showtime days she'd come unstrung, as empty crates passed by her. "What's up? Oh gal, you've had your fame. A mother soon you'll be, reminds me of your mother game. You're like your grandma Ruby." She wasn't wrong, for dog men say, it's seeing is believing time. There'll always be that one more day, and Pinky she did shine. She's gone on now, a life well lived. Her sons did make her proud. She had it all that life could give, she always played the crowd. Well, there you have it folks, the story of Hollingsworth's C.H. Pinky for XW.